When we simplify, what's the first thing we do, guys? What is it? Distribute, and then combine like terms. We want to distribute first. If you don't have distribution, then you can go to combining like terms. I'll just put CLT, combine like terms. What does it mean to isolate? We didn't really do that the other day. Joe?
Add to the variables on the other side.
Yeah, add or subtract. You'll do one or the other, depending on the sign of that variable, to get the variables on one side. So either add or subtract. To get variables on one side. And then solve, what's that mean? What do I mean by solve? And no, it's backwards, right? So today we're adding the isolate step. We've not done that up till today. You may have done it in 8th grade, which is good. We want to draw that line down the equal sign. So we keep our sides balanced. And so we remind ourselves when we combine like terms, we do one side at a time. Let's check for what we got. Do you see distribution? Yes or no, guys?
No.
No. Do you see like terms? No. Because the negative 4x and the negative 9x are on different sides. Remember, these guys are like sworn enemies. You do not combine them. They are not friends. So we move on to isolating. Add or subtract to get the variables on one side. Okay, let's think about it. We want to move this negative 9x.
No.
You can, but you probably shouldn't. Because if you move that, then you have nothing left over there, right? It'd be a lot smarter to move this 4x instead. So we're going to move that over. Now it's negative 4x. So how do I take it away?
Plus.
Right. So plus 4x to both sides. Make sure you write plus 4x. It's not plus 4. It is plus 4x. And we want to put it right below the other x. Since we're moving it to the other side, we're doing the inverse. So those will cancel out, or zero out. And we rewrite. So now I have 10 is equal to, I'm at negative 9, I go up 4, where are we at? Negative 5x. Make sure you put that variable after it. Okay? We want to get x by itself. Negative 5 is right next to x. What is that? What operation is that? That's multiplication. How do I undo multiplication? Divide by negative 5. Make sure you divide by negative 5, not 5. So that divides to 1. And 10 divided by negative 5 is what, guys? Negative 2 is equal to x. You can check your work by plugging it back in. Okay, let's check. First thing we check for, well, let's draw a line. First thing we check for is distribution. Do you see distribution?
No.
No. Do you see like terms?
Yeah. No. No. Well, yeah.
One side at a time. 10k plus 7, are those like terms? No. Other side. Negative 3 minus 10k, like terms? No. So you're done. They're not like terms if they're on different sides. So now we're going to isolate, add or subtract, to get the variables on one side. Should we move the 10k or the negative 10k?
Do a negative 10k.
What do you think, Isaiah? See a negative, I'm going to try and add it. So I'm going to move, but you could subtract 10k, you get the same thing. So we'll do what Lillian said, add 10k. Which zeroes out. So that goes away. And we rewrite our equation. So now it's 20k's plus 7 is equal to negative 3. This is just a two-step equation now. What should I do next, Lillian?
We need...
Oh, whoops.
Wait, oh.
Lillian.
Oh.
I gotta be clear. Lillian. Okay? I'll pronunciate more. So 20k is equal to negative 10. Is it the same thing? And then we do what, Muhammad?
Divide 2 on each side.
So k is equal to negative divided by positive is a negative.
How do you get 2?
That's wrong. Let's go back. This is 20k, isn't it? So we should be dividing by 20.
Yeah, it's negative 0.
So I'm wrong. Told you I'd make mistakes. So divide by 20k. This divides both the top and the bottom divide by 10. And if you do that, you get negative 1/2. Or negative 0.5. Let's check the next one. Line down the middle. Do you see distribution? Yes. Okay, do that first. Don't do anything else. Just distribute. So 2 times x, 2x. And 2 times positive 4 is positive 8. Are we distributing to negative 5? Definitely not. It's not in the parentheses, so just bring it down. And then I would just go ahead and bring down the right-hand side as well. I'm going to do my combining like terms step separately so I don't make any silly mistakes. Now, can we combine like terms?
Yes.
Left or right? Left. The positive 8 and the negative 5. Because they're on the same side. So 2x, 8 minus 5 is just 3. And I'm going to rewrite the right-hand side. Do one step at a time. Now we're going to isolate. You could subtract from the left or the right. Could someone please tell me, raise your hand, why am I saying I should subtract? Why does it make sense to subtract here, Elia? Right, the 2x is positive and the 6x is positive. So you, for either or, you have to subtract. Which one do you guys want to subtract? 2, because it'll keep it positive. So let's do that. Minus 2x, and put it right below the 6x as well. That'll zero out. And we rewrite 3 is equal to 4x plus 15. Now, if you subtract 6x, that's not wrong. You'll just have to work with some negatives, but that's fine. Either way works. What next, Emily?
You subtract 15 from those sides.
Class, what's 3 minus 15? Negative 12. And then Carson with the K, what's the last thing?
You divide negative 12 by 4.
Positive or negative answer?
Negative.
Negative. Negative 3 equals x. Yup, you got parentheses here. What am I distributing?
The negative 4.
Negative 4. Negative 4. That was where some of our groups got tripped up yesterday because they weren't paying attention to our negative. So we're going to distribute negative 4. I'm going to circle it to help. Maybe you could bring down the 12x first, just in case. So if you want to bring everything else down first, that might help you. It's up to you. Minus 9 plus 5x. Okay, so negative 4x, and then negative 4 times negative 1. What should I get? Positive 4. Okay.
I'm going back to Mr. Burgers after that. It's like, what is that?
You don't have to.
There's 2.
So for A and B, I need you to look for what happens once, or what do you start with, and what happens over and over, or every time. You're going to do that for both. Okay, discuss with your partner, write those numbers down. Go for container A, container B. Let's see. Blaine, what happens once, or what is your starting amount for container A?
800.
Thanks. 800 milliliters. And what's going to happen over and over and over and over? Or every single time? Jackson? For container A.
It's the leaking.
Yep. Yeah, so since it's leaking, it's going to be -6. It's losing that amount of water. Okay, so for B, Serenity, what is my starting amount, or what happens once?
1,000 milliliters.
Okay, and Haley, what's happening over and over for container B?
-10.
Right, losing 10. Is it per minute? Per minute. So for these two containers, you can start by just writing an equation for each if you want. So I could say that the water, so the total water, we don't have a number for that. So we're just going to put total water, because remember it's equal to total, is equal to my starting amount. Does that get a variable next to it? No, because it's happening once. It's a starting value. And then I subtract 6. Oh, we didn't define our variable. What do you want to use? X? I'm going to use M. I'm going to say let M be equal to the number of minutes. If you want to use X, that's fine. You don't have to erase it. Just say let X be equal to the number of minutes. So -6 per minute. And then you can write the same one for B. The total water would be equal to 1,000 minus 10M, because our starting value does not get a variable next to it. The thing that happens over and over is multiplied, and so it does. In math, what does same mean? You can say it out loud.
Equal.
Equal. Same means equal. I can't write. And so we are going to set an equation, or set those two things equal to each other. So 800 minus 6M, container A, is equal to 1,000 minus 10M. Your job is to figure out how many minutes does it take for them to be the same. So you need to solve the equation, write a sentence, and then summarize your notes.